are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Holds and fires complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The kick is on its way. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll run it. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. From the gun, running back on the move. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Turning it on! Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the tight end. Gonna look downfield again. Now he's gonna break the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Patterson. Showed off just about every move in the book except the forward movement. He stopped for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll run play action. Quickly complete. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
And the Wildcats are threatening on first and goal. They want to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. They won't let him in. He had a nose for the end zone, but he will be stopped short. The Wildcats want to move quickly. Trying to pound it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big fourth down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. Buys a little time. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Canes. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Coming out with it, it's Patterson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking for room. It's Patterson. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Got it in the middle. It's Gilmore. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Powell. And they're able to get him down. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage, or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. It's good. That brings them to within 1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 10 over Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wilson will throw. Looking to scramble. And some room to work. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Buchanan. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got enough for the first down. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Canes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Caught in the backfield, it's Gilbert. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. Moving away from pressure. Finds a little space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
How many first downs is that alone, you know, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Quarterback adapting. Push down for the tackle.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Take a 4-point lead here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hauls it in down the sideline. Breaks into the open on the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone, it's Carr. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. They did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Rides to the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Wilson will throw. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Canes headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. pulls it and fires to the left. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Ole Miss. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Starts the drive trying to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. He turns it loose to the left. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. It puts so much pressure on a defense when a quarterback can get out of the pocket like that and has a chance and is willing to take a chance to try to make a big play downfield.
Well, and that's why defensive ends have to keep contained. You got to keep that rabbit in the cage, right? You can't let him outside the cage, let him start roaming, because now it opens up my defense for big-time plays. They didn't get stung by it this time. The quarterback didn't find it to be open, couldn't make a completion, but you got to keep that guy in the pocket.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
It's tough, man. On 3rd down, you're trying to throw against a nickel defense who've got extra DBs on the field, and it's just a lot faster. The window's close so much quicker. So good job not seeing it open. Just take off and get what you can get now, setting up a 4th and very manageable situation.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Snags it quickly on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up. Wilson to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Back to pass. Complete. Oh, and a move. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. It is perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Smart. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They go to the ground. Oh, better look out!
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Guard in the backfield. It's Patterson. Across the 25. He's got room. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Looking to scramble. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. It looked as if they had a chance to tie it, but that goes by the boards as the penalty takes away the touchdown. They'll toss it to the left. Shakes off the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The run from the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Across the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Canes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Wilson will throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
So now it's second and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
Bug, meat, windshield. Ouch. You cannot make a living as a quarterback taking those kind of hits. Nice job scrambling, getting the first down. Let's not do too many more of those.
And the Canes are on the move. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wilson to pass. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Extending the play. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
He splits the uprights. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 31 over Iowa State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. to the ground with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Give to the running back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Throw that one in there. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Wilson will throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. With the catch, it's Moore. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches, and those trenches have got to be good. You've got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th. There he goes! Touchdown, Kentucky! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive, and how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm, and in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wilson to pass. Keeps looking downfield. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play in a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Hunt is on its way. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's smart. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a To the air on first down. Unloads it left. It's complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing...
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. They'll try for a big play here on 4th and long. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,